Recording's up.
And nobody
We're
ever bothered to
starting.
call and say hi.
Okay, you were all in a cellar of sorts that was frozen over by an ice wizard. Then you had an epic, like, five-way battle with lots of many different creatures, most of which were mimics. And the two chests that you are right and left of you are totally not mimics. What do? They're not mimics. They're just chests. Or are they?
They're actually not mimics.
Or are they mimics pretending to be chests that are pretending to be mimics?
I thought didn't we.
We stopped before we opened either of the other two chests. We only opened the middle chest, which was related directly to you, Annabelle.
I guess I'll open the chest on the left of the middle.
Left chest. This one is locked. You need a check of things. I need to pull up notes. Roll the appropriate check that I don't remember off the top of my head.
How would I know what modifier to add?
That would be a thieves' tool. That would be actually a tool check using thieves' tools.
Do you have these tools? Oh boy.
It's going to be a short session.
Off to a great start.
It's a thieves' tools check. Otherwise, I believe
Oh
it's.
my god, Discord, stop crashing.
Oof.
Wow.
Otherwise, I believe it's dexterity without proficiency.
I'll let you. The lock looks pretty old. I'll let you do a strength check if you just want to bash it open.
I'll probably do a strength check. I just need to open up my character sheet.
Gosh, I keep you waiting 30 minutes and you guys aren't even prepared? What's wrong with you guys? It's totally not my fault. Let me pin this on other people.
It's because we were too busy leveling up. You know, every 5 minutes you were late, we got to level up.
Oh boy. I now have a level 14 party, don't I?
Yeah.
So it's just a strength check, right?
Yes, I'll let you roll a straight strength check to bash the lock.
Not athletic.
You know what? Sure, have an athletics. I'm feeling nice today. What do you hit the lock with?
Oh, is it like a padlock or something?
Yeah, it's a padlock. What do you...
I was just gonna say, I just grab it and just break it with my hand.
You know what? You did roll pretty high, so I'll allow it. You grab the lock, and you just kind of look at it and give a little smug smile as you rip it off with your bare hands. Surprisingly, you did not manage to damage the chest at all. Do you open the chest, or you just be satisfied with your lock-picking prowess?
I'm opening it.
You open the chest. Everything in here seems to be covered with many, 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 many layers of dust. There are 4 items in this chest, all really small compared to the size of the chest. One is like a box. One looks to be a skeleton key. One is a eyeball that looks at you, covered in dust, but you can tell it's looking at you. And then the other one you can't make out under all the dust.
Can I just pull the whole chest out into the bigger?
It's like it's one of the. It's like a chest that's bolted into the side. It's like part of the room.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna start dusting these things off.
What do you do first?
The thing that's covered in the most dust, and just working my way to the least covered.
Covered in the most dust is the object you can't make out. Strangely enough, when you pick it up, it still seems to be shrouded in something. You can't make out what it is. No matter what you do to brush off the dust, it still seems to be an ambiguous shape.
Well, that's useless.
Could I make like an arcana or
You could make
check?
an arcana.
Could I do religion?
Not on this one. Only arcana. Religion will come up later.
Okay. Right, yes, I only have a +2 Arcana. That's why I asked. Yeah!
It's an ambiguous object with ambiguous amounts of magical power.
How ambiguous.
Would anybody else care to make an arcana to look at this ambiguous object?
Sure.
Sure.
I can probably cast Identify if I have it. Yes, I do. I have it as a ritual.
You want to make that arcana, and then I'll do everybody else's arcana, and then we'll just say the ritual's done after I go through everybody else?
Sure.
Because rituals take time.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah. So roll an arcana to see if you can get it with that. Derp! You think you see something, but it's still ambiguous.
Wait. Roll.
Anyway, I'm moving on to the eye. Is
Roll.
it like a glass eye or is it like an eye?
Upon further inspection, it is an eye. Eye. Somehow still fresh. Annabelle!
Yes,
You
sorry.
sense a lot of magic from this thing without even rolling an arcana. Now you can roll your religion.
This is the obscure object. Sorry, I stepped out to grab my drink.
This is the eyeball.
Oh, marvelous. Alright, and you said religion, correct?
I'm also gonna do a religion roll.
Yeah!
You would know something, but you don't. Because... Okay, Clint. This ambiguous object. You can clearly tell that it has a lot of magic, but you can't tell what it is. But it seems to be half of something.
Half of something. Okay. Just let me know when
No matter what you do, it stays almost as if it was a shadow itself.
Alright. Let me know when that ritual spell is done then.
Do I see what this is? You do see what this is. It is an eye of the bishop. Somehow completely intact and still looking around.
That's comforting.
The eye, do you have any holy symbols on you, Annabelle?
I have the Archbishop's holy symbol on my own.
Your own. Is it the one of your religion?
Yeah,
The eye sees your holy symbol and immediately starts like... It has no eyelids, so you can't tell that it's surprised, but it's surprised. It's surprised. It seems to want to jump out of Mythos' hand and try to go to you.
Well, that's just concerning.
Upon seeing this, can I try another religion check?
You can.
That's a little bit better.
Ah, this is somehow a completely intact part of the bishop, radiating the same exact magic energy that you found from the holy symbol. It would seem
Wait.
that whatever happened to the bishop, he managed to keep a bit of himself in his own eye.
Yeah, I'm just gonna toss that to Annabelle.
Literally
kinda-
huck that thing across the room.
Yeah, well, also doing like that. Yeah.
Annabelle, once it dawns on her what it is, she, what would be emotions here? Probably some, you know what? Knowing she's probably endless fascination and be like, fascinating!
So something that you figured out, the bishop is both dead and alive through his eyeball, somehow. The eyeball cannot talk to you, it can only look. And it seems to be very attracted to your holy symbol and his own.
All of this sounds vaguely heretical.
The holy symbol of Schrodinger, or the holy bishop of Schrodinger.
Of course.
Mythos,
fish.
the ambiguous item has been passed off to... Clint, what was your character's name?
Ethereal.
Ethereal. Wait, why are you not ethereal?
Because I picked the wrong character, okay? I had a brain moment for a second.
The ambiguous item has been tossed to Ethereal to examine with the ritual. The eye has been tossed to Annabelle. There are 2 more items. One is a cube, and one is a key shape. Which one do you grab?
Guest starring Nadir as Ethereal.
So Mythos, do you grab the cube or the key?
I'll grab the cube.
Grab the cube.
It's
It
the
is a
cube
very
of Rubik.
miniature lockbox. And does anybody have any metalworking background?
I have a magnifying glass.
I have. Oh no, I don't. Never mind.
Would anybody know a material if they saw it?
Or meet you on it for a bit?
I'm from the posh folk.
I'm an acolyte.
The posh folk, however, might know what this is.
I'm an
Mythos.
artificer.
This is Mithril. This is a Mithril lockbox.
And you said there's a key in there, right?
There's a key in there.
I'm gonna see if the key works for the lock.
The key is bigger than the box.
Well,
Hold on, I have
nice to
a,
know that detail now.
I have a set of keys to go to who knows what. Let's try them all.
Oh no! Let me tell you, before we do this game, none of these keys are for this lockbox.
2 hours later.
Is it this one? No. Is it
I feel
this
like
one?
No, shush! You're concentrating on a ritual. You can't do the janitor key thing.
Hey, excuse you. I know the keys to the locks at the at the school that I work at.
But yes, Mythos. This key seems to have a magical aura of its own. But this key is not for lockbox.
I'm gonna hold on to.
Can I get a perception check if you're holding the key? Perception? No. Right? Yes? Am I the right system right now?
Okay, what if I'm
Perception does exist in the system.
Okay.
Depends what you're looking for. It might be investigation.
Investigation. There it is. So far, Alina, they have found an ambiguous object that refuses to not be ambiguous, no matter what they do. A lockbox made of mithril.
The eye of a
the
bishop that
key.
somehow proves he's both dead and alive.
Yeah, an eye of a bishop that both dead and alive, and a key that does not fit for anything. Galarian, you see the word monkey carved onto this key. Shut up, there.
You told me about this one today. I don't know what you want from me. I'm not saying anything more than that, but
The word monkey is on this key, and you can feel a magical aura emitting from it. No, don't do that. Wait, no, that sounds like I'm telling you that you can do that. No, it won't do anything if you do that.
I think he's lying to you. Do it.
You mean part of the key won't curl up once you've made a wish?
Yeah, I'm still gonna hold on
Imagine
to.
the
I'm
sound
still.
that would make.
I'm just gonna hold on to the key in the lockbox for.
Okay. The rest of you, there is still a chest to your right. Before we get to the chest. Good. Your
Yes.
ritual finishes. And, which spell was this?
Identify.
Identify. Let me look that up real quick. I need very specific words. Internet, please. Thank you. No, I just thanked you. Stop breaking.
Wait, that's illegal.
What if jail find out?
Okay, Clint. The spell, strangely enough, leaves some blanks, but it tells you it requires attunement, and it has 3 charges. There are no spells affecting this item, and the item was not created by a spell. It remains otherwise ambiguous.
It's a gun with a very small clip.
Anyway, now we can
Fires other guns.
go to the right chest. Who would wish to open that one? Does the chest wish to open the chest?
Sure.
This one seems to be locked with many padlocks. all of which seem to be relatively new comparatively to the rest of the room. Which makes no sense because the entire room's covered with dust with no footprints to be found.
That would mean someone's been here lately. Unless something very strange is going on. Can I investigate these, I guess?
You can investigate them.
What is my thing for that?
Oh, also, Annabelle,
Yes.
if at any point you brought the eye close to yours or his own holy symbol, it sticks to it and doesn't let go. How an eye grabs a holy symbol, I can't tell you. But it sticks to it like glue.
Which-
There was an look, I don't want to talk about it. There was an incident with Gorilla Glue.
So, question: when I
My
kept
first thought is just eyeballs are pretty goopy.
so when I first acquired the eyeball, which of the two symbols did it seem more interested in?
Yours, funnily enough.
Okay, then she would have brought it close to sort of see what would happen, and then upon seeing that, she would have tried to. At first, she would have tried to remove it, and then upon seeing it didn't remove, she's like, you know what? She sticks it in her hat.
So, your holy symbol now has an eye smack dab right in the middle, and it seemed to have burrowed into your holy symbol somehow. Your
Okay,
holy
then.
symbol now has eyes. I will tell you what this will do for you later.
Didn't get to do the proper science.
It would appear that your holy symbol and that eye are now one object. I will PM you details later. Okay, your investigation poking at padlocks. These are, oh god, does anybody remember off the top of their head on Xanathar's guide what the thing was that you could put on armor to make it always shiny? Was it glistening? Was it
Not glamour.
glamorous? Glamorous? Wasn't it glamorous?
I don't know. I think that's like a 5th edition or Pathfinder thing.
So let's just
Or
take
third
a step
edition,
back
sorry.
then. These have been enchanted to. be
Yes,
extra-
you can tell that they are actually just as old as all the other ones, but they've enchanted to look new, always.
Okay.
And they seem to repel dust.
So they're just like perpetually polished, even though they maybe have a little
Yep.
bit of wear and tear or something.
Mm-hmm.
Perpetually polished.
Do you
Honestly,
wish to
I'm-
examine the chest itself?
Sure.
Yeah, I need another investigation for that.
Okay.
You brush off the dust with your limbs?
Pseudopods.
Pseudopods? Okay. You brush off the dust with your things. And,
Accurate.
you can brush off the dust, but the chest seems to be made out of material you've never seen before. And it's very clearly locked for a reason. With how many padlocks are on it.
Okay. I mean, locked for a reason could mean one of two things.
On a quick side note, Brox, are you referring to the common magic item gleaming? This armor never gets dirty.
Yes, it's gleaming but locks.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm half tempted to bite them off, but
Well, it's a shame none of us rolled rogue.
But yes,
Hold
this
on, I
chest,
have thieves' tools.
this chest to everybody who looks at it is a completely foreign metal that nobody or material that nobody here has seen before.
You have thieves' tools?
Yeah,
It almost seems to move if you look at it closely.
Does it laugh if I tickle it?
I guess you'll have to try to tickle it.
But you have thieves' tools?
yes, I do. Yes, I have thieves' tools.
Well, you want some guidance?
Sure. What
I
do
cast guidance.
What do I roll? I've never actually used thieves' tools before.
as long as you have proficiency, it's like I think it'll be dexterity and then plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, using a tool is the same thing as a skill. The difference is that you can change what ability score is tied to it. Like for example, with like to pick a lock, you'd be Thieves' Tools. If you're proficient with Thieves' Tools, it would just be whatever ability score you're using plus your proficiency bonus because you're proficient with Thieves' Tools. The default would probably be Dex, but tools are meant to sort of be a little flexible. So if you can make a case for a different ability score, then Brox may or may not allow it.
I went with Dex. Next time I'll just brute strength the lock and hope my pin doesn't break, like every Fallout game.
Lockpick. That is not good enough. The locks seem very, very robust.
Wait, you forgot to add 1d4 to that.
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
14.
Still does not work.
Can I
You get the sense that you're about 20 whatever it is that you're rolling off.
Can I use IRL dice? They seem to be kinder.
You can use IRL.
Yay.
I trust y'alls.
Foolish.
I will stop trusting y'alls when 4 nat 20s in a row are rolled. Until that point.
Yeah, 20.
I did it.
Okay, but those are unnatural 20s.
Well, he didn't specify.
That's only 3.
The other one counts.
Also, sure, upon closer inspection, the material seems to be looks like this, just all over the chest. And it seems to be solid, but yet it's still moving.
Okay, so it's not moving like a creature would move. It's just like shifting.
Yeah, the material itself seems to be shifting in and out of itself. You can't tell with the lights.
Oh my
all you
god,
get
it's
is
made of
monochromatic.
green screen.
So I'll ask again. How adventurous are we?
Annabelle, do you come close to this chest?
Can I roll an insight?
You can.
Alright. Insight's one of my actual good
I'm
skills.
curious what you're trying to insight.
This chest doesn't seem to harbor any ill will towards you. It doesn't seem to be evil at all.
I suppose a better question of the insight roll is this thing safe to handle?
Depends.
Like, could we say just like pick up the chest and carry it out of here?
If you can figure out how to get it out.
What happens
It
if
doesn't seem to be bolted like the other chest is.
Well,
But it
that-
is bigger than the entrance you came through.
Well, to answer your question, yes, I am now near it. Did you want something from me?
The eyeball. You
Oh.
sense the eyeball. It is quivering.
She removes the
It
whole.
does not like this chest.
She frowns. Can I roll a religion, perhaps?
You can.
Should have cast guidance on myself.
You know what? I'll give you this. It's attached to your holy symbol, so it's a bit more connected to you than it would have been otherwise. All you get somehow in your head is just a feeling of no.
Alright. Annabelle looks down at it and is like, It seems that the Archbishop is... Well, he doesn't seem to like it very much. He's just sort of saying no. There must be something wrong about this thing.
How can it say no? It's just an eye.
Well, she looks at the holy symbol. Once the eye has fused itself with my holy symbol, it seems that, there's a bit of a connection there now. I was unaware of it until it just said no to me, but, I suppose we have a connection. Personally, I think this is
Same.
fascinating. I've never had a connection to a moving eyeball before. I think it's fabulous.
So, what do you all do with Smoke Shadow Chest? I am assuming all of you have pocketed the items you got from the other chests.
I think everyone who got an item from that one. was
Ambiguous items with ethereal. Mythos has lockbox and monkey key, and the eyeball is with Annabelle.
monkey.
Yeah, I don't know if I can say yes that I pocketed that item because it kind of fused itself with my holy symbol.
It's within your possession.
Yes.
So, your mission is complete, and this chest does seem to be giving off, or the eyeball says no, and it can't seem to be opened easily. What do you guys want to do? You could just leave.
I'm okay and just say, well, let's just leave. This is going to waste our time.
I feel like we shouldn't leave it here.
Perhaps we should do something about it then.
Something.
Let me remind you, there's a very strong person in just a few steps away, or a few steps, a lot of steps away, but he's near.
Question.
He
The
also-
less we have to deal with him, the better. So no.
Am I larger than this chest?
You're about the same, actually. If you were gonna ask if you could consume it, the answer is no.
If I turned it sideways.
No! If you tried to pick it up, you'd realize how heavy it is.
Ah, I see.
I should probably have given you a check to check that, but who cares? It's heavy.
Well, she turns
I
towards
mean, I'm pretty burly.
the talking box. Well, what do you think we should do with it? And forgive me for asking this question, but can you talk to it?
Hold on. I have a Tensor's floating
I
disk.
can't talk to a regular box any more than you can.
Oh.
I'm not sure what you want from me here.
Well, I haven't met too many mimics in my life, so I'm not sure.
I don't believe this is a mimic. That's about the best I could tell you.
Well, to be fair, I've never even seen a mimic in my life.
Indeed, and it's I suppose it's rather charming to have finally met one. What were you saying, Clint?
I have Tensor's floating disk.
Annabelle, quick note on what you were saying about mimics. Mimics, according to all the news you ever hear, are vile, evil creatures that you should kill on sight. That's what you know.
Fair enough. So yes, well, I suppose it's charming to meet one that isn't actively trying to consume my flesh.
This is where Vex face palms. Misinformation.
No, he's aware of like. Here's the problem. If he tries to correct that, he gives the game away. He has to be very careful with what he says, or at least he wants to be very careful with what he says.
What was the spell that you said, Corinne?
Tensor's floating disk.
Does that require you having to put the object on the disc?
What happens if I'm able to summon the disk right underneath the object?
It's laying directly on the floor, and I'm pretty sure the floating disc takes up space.
Does it?
Yeah, 3 feet in diameter and 1 inch thick. It's too big. The floating disc wouldn't fit.
Remove.
I will drag the chest onto the disc.
Yes, remove the floor.
Remove the floor. Hang on.
Well, I would try and help, but my strength is 9, so I'll offer guidance.
I mean, there's a follow-up question, I suppose. Does anyone else have a good strength score?
Hello.
I will allow you all to roll a strength check, and those assisting tell me who's assisting who.
Can I just cast
Whoever's
guidance?
You can cast guidance.
Okay, that's how I shall help. I shall cast guidance.
Everyone who's going to attempt to pull it out, please roll right now. And who are you going to cast guidance on, Annabelle?
I guess I can't tell how burly the box is, can I?
Box pretty burly. But I think Mythos is more burly than the box. No, I was wrong.
Well,
The box be burly.
I cannot discern the box's anatomy, so I shall cast guidance on Mythos.
This is that one mimic box that could just deck you if you wanted to. It just has muscle arms hidden.
This is why the bishop's so afraid to open it.
Anyway,
Tried that once, never again.
Yeah, so I'll cast it on Mythos. So go ahead and add D4 to that.
Mythos, roll your d4, then I shall tell you the results of your futile attempts. What?
How do you say your character's name again, Alina?
Celosia.
Celosia. Gotcha.
With a collective 21 and 16, the box moves surprisingly easily. But then, just as soon as it moved, it goes back into the position it was, with no force of you pushing it back.
Has anybody done detect magic?
No! Nobody has done detect magic. Also, the box says this. Not really, but this is what the box does to your attempt to move
Pulls
it.
out a gun. Oh no.
Also, is everybody okay to wait another 10 minutes?
What do you plan on doing?
I would like to cast a ritual, detect magic.
I don't have anywhere I urgently need to be.
Detect that magic! Go!
When did the bartender get here?
She turns towards Vex. So I have another question of curiosity, if you're willing to satisfy it.
Well, ask your question and then I'll decide.
Clint, go ahead and cast your ritual, and then we'll just do the RP, and I'll tell you when it's done.
I cast the ritual.
Okay, continue RP.
So, are you organic or inorganic matter?
Brox, you want to weigh in on
Yes.
this?
The chest itself seems to be comprised of what you know as wood, and the innards you cannot tell because he has not consumed you.
So basically, the best answer is yes.
I was not aware that that was the direction this campaign could go. So that said, because Annabelle, I know that the spell mending won't work, but Annabelle is curious if the spell mending would work or not. Vex.
Well, I think the question is like, if you have like an animate golem, does mending work on that?
In my campaign, it does. In
Okay.
normal campaigns, it doesn't.
For
So
an extra
af-
layer of confusion.
So after asking that question, she sort of thinks for a second. Well, you see, I'm asking because I offer curative services on the side, and I've never encountered a creature like unto you, and I'm curious if you were to receive injury, would a cure spell be more appropriate, or would a mending spell be more appropriate? You know, such as to repair, say, a countertop or something.
Hey, guess
Well.
what? Both work on dirt.
Well, neither would be harmful, right?
And mending is a cantrip.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because mending is a cantrip.
Derp's a special boy, and both spells
Yeah,
will work on Derp.
Fair enough.
I replied in character. Neither would be harmful, right?
Well, I don't believe so. Again,
Then we can always experiment and find out what works. I can never say I've had the services of someone practiced in such things.
Well, are you injured at the moment?
Rocks fall, you take more damage. Really not serious? No,
I'm-
not really, but...
Were you hurt?
How do I sneak attack the DM? I know I was at one point. I'm trying to remember if that was. I know I was at one point, but then I think there was some kind of like healing that was done. I forget exactly how.
There was healing that was done, and you were healed. You are full, according to my...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Then
currently
I-
at full health. So you've confirmed at least one of those works.
I think I cast. Oh yeah, sure enough. All right, because I think it was a mass spell, or maybe I forget.
It was a mass spell, and Derp just so happened to be in it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah, she was unaware of that because she just cast it. So yes, her question says, "Are you injured, perhaps?"
Not at the moment, no.
Oh, did you manage to go through that Scuffle unfazed.
No, actually, you healed me earlier.
Oh, I did?
Scatterbrain
failed.
Annabelle.
Okay, can we talk about what happened to her in that fight?
She only got picked up and dropped twice by weird, strange tentacle things.
So... she
I
looked...
think the only thing Annabelle managed to actually get off was one healing spell. So everything else missed or was completely negated.
Yes, my character's completely undone the first fight of the campaign, and I could
remember there-
basically
I
nothing.
remember there being a fair amount of like resistance to magic there, but
And the poor DM was like, I'm sorry, this was planned long before you chose to play a caster.
Okay, we're gonna put a pause on the RP. Click, your ritual's done. Or Ethereal, your ritual's done. The box itself seems to be mildly magical. Nothing special, but there is magic. But there seems to be something inside the box that is very magical.
Oh.
I don't want to ask this because I would give it away. I need to do some research real quick. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, that's all you figure out. So far, you figured out that it's magical. There's something magical. Oh, somebody's echoing. Derp? Yeah, it's from you, Derp.
really,
I don't know why.
that does not make any sense to me. How is it going through my headset?
I don't know. Is anybody else hearing the echo?
Yep.
I
I
am...
am.
There we go. Oh,
Hang
it's
on.
not just me.
Well, fortunately, it's not like a really bad echo.
I'll just continue. So far, you figured out that the chest moves itself back to the position it was before, and there's something very magical inside the box, on top of the box itself being magical. Also, that the eyeball doesn't like it. Take that for what it's worth.
I thought you
The
said...
eyeball disapproves.
I thought you were about to say, take that, eyeball. So first off, Glaren, are you still awake?
Yeah.
Marvelous. Second off, I just... How do you say your character's name again, Alina?
Celosia.
Celosia.
Celosia, okay. And I'm about to turn towards Celosia. Well, what do you make of all of this? Do you have any particular insights?
It's been a weird day. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, no, that's her biggest. That's her biggest comment on all this. It's like, what? What?
Well, this...
Why? Why everything?
Why everything?
Why everything starting with the bartender?
Oh no.
Do
Well,
not,
that's-
do not question the bartender.
Well, that is a...
He's
That
also
lies
the mayor and the
madness.
sheriff.
That is a fine series of questions, but do you happen to have any insights about this particular strange oddity? She points at the shifting box.
I'm gonna do an Arcana check for this.
I feel
Go
like
ahead.
I feel like we shouldn't open it without getting some more knowledge about what might be in there.
That does seem prudent.
Oh boy, what is in there? I wonder.
It's okay, I can cast Cure Wounds as many times as I want.
You haven't found anything out, any new information, Celosia.
Did you
Everything that you found out is stuff we already knew.
What did your ritual tell you?
That there's something really, really magical inside. And the box is also magic, but who cares about the box?
Ethereal. Maybe I should emphasize even more. This is the most magical thing you have ever experienced in your life inside this box.
Oh.
It's that kind of magical. Not just, it's pretty magical.
Oh, yeah, it's... I have seen wonders in this box.
Oh,
We must open it.
The
Perhaps-
eyeball strongly disapproves of opening this box.
perhaps this is beyond us and we best leave it be for now.
I want to open the box.
Reminder, you have the keys to this place, and there's no obligation to give the key to this specific door back.
It's also fair.
At the very least, we should do some research before we do anything with this.
Yes, I
The last
agree.
thing we'd want to do is let loose some kind of ancient evil or something.
I could consult with my chapel, see if perhaps they've heard of something.
That was
Speaking of your chapel, Annabelle, I'll say that you were able to wrap up the bones and everything and take it with you to bring it back to your church, because I doubt you'd want to leave the bishop right there.
Oh no, Annabelle's very well practiced in retrieving and transporting remains.
Yes. I just
It's
wanted to
part of-
make sure you actually got the bones and the outfit and all that.
Oh yeah, it's very good. It's on my character sheet.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I should probably put down that I have the robes as well.
The chapel might, however, have some questions about your newly designed holy symbol.
I have some questions as well.
If
Well,
only
I-
the eyeball had a mouth.
Well,
Oh, it
I don't
does.
know. That sounds terrifying to me.
The eyeball just opens up and starts talking. Well, how you doing?
she turns,
Potentially entertaining, but terrifying.
she turns towards to Vex and to not ethereal, but close to it.
Mythos?
No, no.
Celestia?
Clint's character.
Ethereal.
It is ethereal. Okay.
yeah.
I thought it was close to the word, but anyways,
No, it's straight up the word.
okay. Well, are any of you particularly knowledgeable about magical arts or how they work?
Strange, shifty boxes.
Yes. I suppose. I
Which
have.
of-
Wait,
it's-
Clint, what class are you?
I'm. 3 levels druid, 2 levels artificer.
I will say, upon you examining the box, you can tell it was made by a person of your craft.
Oh, so it is an artificer contraption.
She looks at Celosia. And you, do you happen to be well practiced in any form of magical arts?
Celosia pulls out. Celosia draws her weapon for a moment, then puts it back. It's not by my own power, but
Well, granted we don't know each other very well, but perhaps it would be best if we came back at another time and perhaps performed our own investigation when we have less boisterous eyes watching over us.
The eye watches all.
I was
It
referring
actually
to.
does now that it's on your eye. It's on your hat. It actually does see everybody now. It's watching all of you. But
It's a my holy symbol. Well, I have it written down as a gravestone, but that doesn't feel like a very good holy. But it's some sort of symbol of death. Yeah,
also,
because
I
great
should
cleric.
mention that the bishop's robe's colors are black and red. I hope you like that, OC. That was randomly rolled.
So it wasn't you designing that for OC, it was RNG.
Yes, RNG
Designing
has decided
that for OC.
that Annabelle's entire religion is based off red and black.
Blood and death. All right, sounds good to me.
Which matches your outfit.
Well, hers is pure black with a bit of
There'll be
White
blood on
and-
it later. Don't worry about that. I
It's
got
pure
that.
black.
That's what her hat of disguise is for. Thank you.
Also, Ethereal, upon realizing that it's an artificer craft, you can clearly tell now that the magic you sense from the box is just that of it being an artificer creation.
On the box,
What's
not the thing in the
What's
box.
inside, however, is still the most magical thing you've ever sensed in your life.
Would it be possible to, like, deconstruct the magic somehow?
You are not high enough level to understand how this box was crafted.
And yet I can make tiny velociraptors.
We're ignoring the fact of
those
what you
aren't that
can craft.
That's
This box is so far advanced that it doesn't even compare to your tiny velociraptors are like level
Look.
1, and this box is like level 1000, okay?
Look, velociraptors are just a natural form of magic.
Yeah.
Yay!
Well,
Boy.
I think we should leave this be for now and perhaps come back another time. And it seems each of us could contribute some field of expertise. Perhaps we could puzzle it out.
Anyway, all of you are, once you finish the thing, you are to report back to the bartender sheriff mayor. To
So I-
inform him of the completion of your mission and provide proof.
How am I expected to do this?
He told you when you came back you could come the same way you came in, or you could come with the group, assuming you met up and didn't kill them. He wasn't sure what you would do.
Well, I suppose I don't know about you. Looks over at Vex. Forgive me. Did you introduce yourself?
I don't remember.
The answer is no, it was too busy fighting.
Right. There was a lot going on.
You kind of got introduced as, hey, there's another box fighting another box fighting a box.
Box on box combat.
Box is gone wild.
The news doesn't like to report box on box violence. It looks bad.
That's not
I mean,
what I want, Google.
I mean it does, but not for the reason you mentioned.
As Brock's Google's box on box violent.
No, that's not what I'm Googling, but I'm still not getting the correct thing that I wanted. There it is.
So yes.
Wait, that has too many teeth.
So yes. Did you introduce yourself?
No, I suppose I didn't.
Oh, well, forgive me. My name is Annabelle Farnsworth.
Vex.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Vex.
Likewise, I suppose.
Do you happen to have the same employer that we? Rather loud and boisterous innkeeper.
He is my contact, yes.
Well, we're to report back that we have completed the task.
I'll meet you there.
As you know, Annabelle, the people aren't too fond of mimics.
Not
so
exceptionally.
him being outside would be a very bad idea. Also, Google, I swear, I know this image. I've searched you before. I had you saved. Where are you?
Well then, she looks around at the others. Shall we report in then?
Seems like we are done here. Aside from that mystery of that box, but
We've done all we can for now, certainly.
exactly.
Well, that Annabelle will brush herself off, cast mending on her clothes so she looks pristine and like a lady of class, and then head on out.
Gosh dang it, it's not in our PMs either, Derp. I can't find it. It makes me sad.
What are you looking for?
You'll see?
Or maybe I won't, because if you don't find it.
That has too many T. Ah, there it
Hey,
is. Found
hey,
it. Yes.
OC.
Yes.
What's Annabelle's background?
Acolyte.
She looks like she's of the noble class, but I am of the higher class.
Yes. No, she's of the clergy. Well, it depends. If we were French, she'd be of a higher class.
The entire world is completely French. I've decided.
Because then I would be a member of the First Estate, which was clergy.
Don't worry. When it comes to political matters, we still carry the same vote.
Yeah.
Who? Okay, you guys leaving?
Yes. Well, I am
Very,
anyways.
very important. Who leaves last?
Probably me. Unless I don't count for this particular thing, because I'm taking a different route.
Is this agreed upon? That
Um,
Vex leaves the room, the little chest room last, because it's an entrance big enough for one person to go in at a time, leave at a time.
See, I'm not going the way they go.
Yes, but the chest room is an off of the cellar. You have to all go out of this little room into the cellar, and then you can leave.
Right.
So who leaves this little chest room last?
I would think probably Vex, considering he said that he had, unless he's gonna leave first.
Nah, at this point, I'd probably be waiting for you guys to leave, so or at least to get started
Okay.
on that direction.
You all make your way out of this little room with not enough headroom, one by one. Vex! Right before you leave.
Mm-hmm.
That chest that you couldn't move suddenly does this and starts following you.
Oh. Interesting.
Rincewind.
Very much so.